All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to skip all the get-rich-quick stuff and get into something way more powerful, a mental framework. Seriously, this is a way of thinking that once you really get it, can totally reshape your entire path to success. I mean, have you ever really stopped and wondered about that? You see these people who achieve incredible things, and you have to ask, why them? Well, the answer might be a lot simpler and a lot more personal than you think. So, a lot of our thinking on this comes from the entrepreneur Kunal Shah, and he makes this really interesting point. He says the big difference between massive success and just struggling along isn't about hustling harder or finding some secret formula. It all comes down to a choice. And that's it, right there. The real battle for success, for wealth, for your reputation, it's not happening out there in the world, it's happening right inside your own head. Okay, so let's break this down. Let's look at the two opponents in this fight that's going on inside you. Because honestly, just understanding who they are is the first huge step to making sure the right one wins. So on one side, you've got what we'll call the lizard brain. It's ancient, it's impulsive, and it only cares about what feels good right now. And on the other side, that's the CEO brain. It's logical, it's disciplined, and it's built for the long haul. Every single day, these two are at war for control. You know the lizard brain. It's that little voice in your head that tells you to hit the snooze button, to buy that thing you know you can't afford, or to get in on some juicy gossip for that quick social buzz. It is the source of pretty much every behavior that feels great in the moment, but ends up costing you down the line. And then you have the CEO brain. This is where real, lasting success is built. This is the part of you that chooses the workout over the couch, that saves money instead of just spending it. It's the part that puts in the work to build skills, a solid reputation, and actual wealth that stands the test of time. It's the voice of discipline. And what's really fascinating here is that these two brains value completely different things. It's like they're operating on totally different currencies. Think about it. The lizard brain just desperately wants to be liked. That's a short-term social high, and it thinks sharing gossip is a great way to get it. But the CEO brain, oh, it's playing a much, much longer game. It doesn't care about being liked. It wants to be respected. And you earn that over time. So it gathers actual intel, not drama, and it knows that being able to keep a secret is a cornerstone of trust and real influence. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Being trustworthy isn't just some nice-to-have personality trait. It's a critical asset. People who let their CEO brain lead, well, they become like vaults for unique information and insights, precisely because other people know they can trust them.
So how do you build that kind of trust? It's not magic. It's actually like a formula. It takes integrity, consistency, competence, and benevolence, which is really just a sense that you genuinely care about other people, not just what you can get from them. If you're missing even one of those pillars, the whole thing falls apart.
Okay, so we know we need to give our CEO brain more power. But what fuels it? What gives it the energy to fight back against the lizard brain's constant whining for instant gratification? The answer is, well, it's pretty intense. And this is such a crucial idea to grasp. For so many highly successful people, their drive isn't just some gentle desire for a better life. It's a powerful, burning need to escape something they fear, like mediocrity, poverty, or just being seen as irrelevant. That escape velocity creates this self-fueling engine that just doesn't quit. So how do you actually harness that? Well, the CEO brain is smart. It takes that raw fear from the lizard brain and transforms it. First, you have to acknowledge the fear, not run from it. Then, you convert that fear into curiosity. You start asking, hey, what if I could actually change this? And finally, that curiosity morphs into a healthy obsession, the very engine that drives you forward. Now here's the thing. This whole internal battle, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. Your environment, especially the people you're around, plays a massive role. They're either making your CEO brain stronger or they're just feeding your lizard brain.
You've probably heard this saying before, and there's a reason it's so famous. It's true. Your circle literally sets your mindset. If you surround yourself with people who are always operating from their lizard brains, people focused on comfort, drama, and short-term fixes, it's almost impossible for your CEO brain to win the fight. So who are the people you should be looking for? An A-plus person isn't there to make you feel comfortable. They're there to make you better. They're the ones who challenge your thinking, who hold you accountable, and who aren't afraid to make you a little uncomfortable in a good way. They strengthen your CEO brain by demanding more from you. All right, let's talk about our final and maybe most provocative idea. We're going to talk about a trait that your lizard brain is terrified of, but that your CEO brain uses like a secret weapon. Now, let's be super clear here. This is not about being rude or obnoxious. It's about being immune to the fear of shame. It's having the ability to ask for help, to go after a big opportunity, or to try something new without being paralyzed by that voice saying, "But what if I look stupid?" And you can see the difference so clearly. The lizard brain's fear of shame keeps you trapped, stuck in your comfort zone, always looking for someone else's approval. But the CEO brain, it knows that real growth, the big opportunities, only happen when you're willing to risk failure and rejection. This shamelessness is the key that unlocks the door. So, we've talked about the two brains, the need to escape your environment, and this power of shamelessness. But really, all of it comes down to one simple, powerful idea. This mindset, it's not something you're born with. It's a muscle. And you strengthen that muscle through all the small daily choices you make to listen to that long-term disciplined voice instead of the short-term emotional one. Every single day is a training session. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Just think about your day so far. The conversations you've had, the choices you've made, even the things you've read or watched. With every single action, you were feeding one of your two brains. So which one got stronger today?